Good morning to our German hosts who are going to introduce FAU to you. FAU is one of the very famous German technical universities, and I'm very delighted to have you here now online to introduce your university to our Taiwanese participants. On the German side, there will be Ms. Franziska Kreuzer and Ms. Potichova from the Office of International Affairs from FAU. Then we have Ms. Christine Moore, who is going to introduce the Faculty of Engineering, and Ms. Bleimsteiner, who is going to introduce the School of Business, Economy, and Social Sciences and Society. First and foremost, I would like to introduce myself to you. My name is Joseph Goldberger. I'm heading the local information center of DAAD.
Thank you so much for the warm welcome. So we are here from the Friedrich-Alexander-Universität Erlangen Nürnberg, or FAU for short, to introduce our wonderful university to you. And so the FAU was founded in 1743 by the Markgraf Friedrich of Bayreuth, and is really steeped in history and ranks amongst one of the largest universities in Germany as well as in Europe. And we're also quite famous for our research excellence, and we'll really try to fulfill your potential, and we will also help you become part of a growing and a global community of innovative researchers and entrepreneurs. Knowledge in motion is our university motto, and it reminds us every single day of the important and responsible role that a university has in society. Our three key values guide how we think and how we act at FAU, and those are innovation, diversity, and passion. And those values are also the key to our consistently high national and international rankings. And another perk of studying at FAU is actually our location, because we are located in the center of Europe. We like to refer to ourselves as the heart of Europe, because everything that you would need, that you would like to see in Europe, is really close by. You have Berlin out there, you also have Paris, you have, the sea to the north, to the south of Germany, basically. And so we really are a very metropolitan region, and this region connects rich history, cultural vibrancy, and a modern and diverse population, as well as the thriving German economy, basically. So this is really the perfect place for you to study and to live and to experience big adventures. Now, to give you some key facts about our university, is that we are a full spectrum university with 5 faculties, and we also include a large university hospital. We have almost 40,000 students studying our entire spectrum of modern academic disciplines. What we offer is humanities, social sciences, and theology. There's also medicine, law, economics, natural sciences, and engineering. And we also offer more than 260 degree programs, with more and more of them being taught exclusively in English every year. And this is all possible due to our 600 professors and over 3,500 academic staff members. Now, the way it's all split up is that the university is actually located between 2 cities. The main part is located in Erlangen, and most of the faculties are also located there. So, for example, you can find the Faculty of Medicine there, as well as the University Hospital. There is also the Faculty of Engineering, the Faculty of Sciences, and the Faculty of Humanities, Social Sciences, and Theology. Now, the Faculty of Law, Business, and Economics is split up between Erlangen and Nürnberg, where you can find the School of Law part in Erlangen and the School of Business, Economics, and Society in Nürnberg. And another important key factor is that the Center for Education, for Teacher Education, is also located in Nürnberg as well. And now we will go over to our presenters from the School of Business, Economics, and Society. and the presenters from the Faculty of Engineering, and these two presenters will help you get a better look of these two faculties.
Thank you very much, Paulina. Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Eva Bleisteiner. I'm from the School of Business, Economics and Society, and I will give you a short overview about our bachelor and master programs, which are taught in English and which might be interesting for you. We have two bachelor programs which are completely in English, which is the International Business Studies and the International Economic Studies, and both lead to a Bachelor of Science. And the Bachelor in International Business Studies is basically a program which is established very well, and we have been teaching it for, I think, plenty of years. And the Bachelor in International Economic Studies is quite new, and this one focuses more on economics, which means it gives you a broad overview about like the institutions that act in economics in Germany and like worldwide. And International Business Studies is more like a business management program. And both study programs accept about 50 to 70 students. And this gives you a like basic special basic background if you want to study one of our master programs, and which would be on the next slide. And there are thank you. There are three master programs which are taught fully in English. One is the Master in International Business Studies. It is the one that focuses on, it's a selective program, and if you want to work in management roles and in international acting companies. And I have to mention that we have a few and many international acting companies in Germany, and especially in the metropolitan area of Nürnberg. And and we do have a student body which is mixed and is very international. And the Master in International Information Systems is information technology study program. And international information systems includes courses in management and also international information systems, database systems, and software engineering. And this program is taught at our school in Nuremberg and as well in the technical faculty, which Christina will talk about later. And the Master in Economics focuses on knowledge in economics and their labor market, macroeconomics, finance, public economies, energy markets, and health economies. And all of these study programs are sort of selective, and they it's in the Master in International Business Studies. We have around 70 students, in the Master in International Information Systems as well, and the Master in Economics around 40 students which are studying the program right now. If you do have any questions later on, please do not hesitate to ask me any questions, and thank you for your attention so far.
Thank you, Eva, sorry. And hello from my side as well. My name is Christine Moore, welcoming you from the Faculty of Engineering. We offer a lot of interesting bachelor's and master's programs in 6 departments. Here you see a selection of programs in German, the departments marked with different colors. You can choose programs in the area of chemical and biological engineering, computer science, including IT security and medical engineering, electrical engineering with information and communication technology, of course, mechanical engineering, including topics of management as well, and last but not least, material science, nanotechnology. Requirements for these German programs are an acknowledged high school diploma, German language knowledge of DSH2. If not, you will need at least level A2. We offer 1 or 2 semesters of German studies leading to the DSH test before your study program. In case of master's programs, you will need, of course, a good pre-knowledge from your bachelor's in the respective topic. On the next slide, I'd like to draw your attention especially to our program Clean Energy Processes, as this is a program offered in English at both levels, bachelor's and master's. Germany is leading in the process of energy transition and has committed itself to use only clean energy for energy generation. Innovations in the field of photovoltaics, wind energy, and hydrogen stem from German researchers. With clean energy processes, students receive a very profound engineering education, precisely built for the challenges of our time regarding, for example, the climate crisis. It is an interdisciplinary program combining technical and socio-economic aspects with cutting-edge research in hydrogen and chemical production. You will have a lot of different job prospects, for example, in energy production, consulting and policy, or sustainable chemical and bioindustry. The master's application for summer term 2022 is possible until January the 15th. We also offer other English taught master's programs, as you can see here. The newest is Artificial Intelligence, a program of our new department, Artificial Intelligence in Biomedical Engineering. Nearly all of our departments offer an English master's program. For example, Life Science Engineering, Computational or Medical Engineering, Electrical or Mechanical Engineering, Communication Engineering, or Nanotechnology and Material Science. For these master's programs, you do not need knowledge of the German language for application, but you will need English language knowledge of at least level B2. All in all, you can see our faculty offers a wide range of programs and hopefully an interesting one for you. You can find more information on the website tf.fau.de. And now I hand over back to Paulina. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Eva and Christine. So back to how we combine basically all the theoretical research and all the theoretical knowledge with actual, practical advancement is because we really do partner with a lot of local industries. And so we really try, we at FAU really try to push the boundaries and create a workforce that is suited to tackle the challenges of the future. And at the same time, the local industry really tries to have a lookout for new talent, for new ideas to incorporate into their business ideals. So we really partner with global innovators and absolute leaders in innovation and excellence from the local industry. And you can see that this is a really good pairing because the FAU is also the #1 innovator in Germany, and we're also #2 in Europe. And you can see this based on various rankings, like for example the Reuters Top 100 ranking of 2019, where we ranked #1 in Germany and #2 in Europe and 14 throughout the world. There's also rankings published by the German Research Foundation, where our programs rank among the best in the country, as well as the Shanghai ranking of 2021, where you can see the results on the slides. And we also achieved really high rankings in the THA ranking, the QS World University ranking by subject, as well as the DFG funding atlas. So you can really see that with this kind of partnership, we really can help you kickstart your career. And the reason for it is because we do hold application seminars and workshops that are an excellent way to get your foot in the door, to meet prospective employers, and to discover new opportunities. And the reason for it is because the FAU's International Career Service is really good at catering toward international students' needs. And this all results in the fact that FAU really has the 5th best graduate employment rate in Germany. And this is also according to the QS Graduate Employability Rankings of 2020. And in addition to all of that, all of those great rankings, great partners, You can also see that we do have a great location. We have a great geography, history, great weather, and you can really go on big adventures, enjoy your free time as well as your studies here at FAU. And if you're still in doubt whether you should join us or not, we do have an international profile and some international services that I would like to present to you. And so FAU has a really strong network that reaches beyond institutional and geographical borders. The reason for that is because we're constantly developing worldwide cooperations in research as well as in student exchange. So at FAU, around 10% of our student and our academic staff are actually from abroad. And among them are more than 200 Humboldt scholars and 3 Humboldt professors. So this really proves our high standing among international academics, as confirmed by the top positions that we hold in the Alexander von Humboldt Foundation rankings. We're ranked 4th in engineering and 16th overall. And there are also some international institutions that we are home to, like, for example, the Bavarian University Center for Latin America, the Bavarian Californian Technology Center, and the Confucius Institute of Nürnberg Erlangen. And we are able to do all of that without having to charge any tuition fees. We do try to make the best with what we have, and we really have a lot of programs to offer for international students. So, for example, we hold a welcome week for all the international incomers at the beginning of each semester. We also give you detailed information on how to get started. We do this via our website, emails, educational videos, for example, as well. There's also a buddy program where you can get assigned a German buddy that will kind of help you out with every minor or major details that you might come across where we are not available, for example, because it's outside of the working hours, or it's a very course-specific question, for example. There's also us at the Central Office for International Affairs, and we will help you with everything that is administrative and bureaucratic that you need any help with. And there's also a lot of information in general dedicated to international students, international researchers, and all that kind. And you can also book special language courses, for example. And we also provide different student service different student services based on you being an international student, for example. So we really try to do our best to kind of help you integrate into German society and be happy at FAU, and to really collect all the knowledge and all the talent in the world to come join us and study at FAU. So this concludes our presentation, really. And if you have any questions, then please feel welcome to stick around and ask us anything you would like.
Okay. Ms. Potichova, thank you very much for your explanations, and all the other participants, thank you very much for your explanations to FAU. Maybe everybody can open his or her camera now. I would like to first ask, now all the participants have the opportunity to ask their own questions in the bottom at the Q&A section. But first, I would like to ask one question of interest to Ms. Kreutzer. We just learned that you are a very, very international, well-connected university. You have many international corporations. You are doing very well in international rankings. And obviously, you also interact many international students. Could you maybe elaborate a little bit on the situation of Asian students at your universities? Do you already have students from Taiwan proceeding their studies at your campuses in Germany?
Thank you for the question. So right now we have about 1,500 students from Asia in total, so about 1,500. And most of them come from China. And the second place is actually Taiwan. So we do have a lot of students from Taiwan here. And I think there's quite a vibrant Chinese community also at FAU. So you definitely wouldn't be alone if you come here.
That's very good to hear. And hopefully many of the participants today will also decide to study at your university. Don't forget, studying in Germany, studying at FAU is more or less for free, no tuition fees, which is certainly also attractive. Ms. Moore, I would like to ask you a question. You mentioned that there's an opportunity for students with basic German skills to take language programs in your department and then switch over to the engineering program. Could you maybe elaborate a little bit how this works? How do you apply for this language program and what is the exact regulations?
In case you have a knowledge of the European reference A2 in German, you can come to FAU and apply for 1 or 2 semesters of a German course before your studies. So this program is leading to the DSH test, and then afterwards you can do a program in German if you like. So, but you will definitely need a German knowledge of A2 because this is the first start. Otherwise, when you come to our programs in English, you will mostly not need English knowledge. But you can do German courses during the semester, which are free of charge in the evenings, 1 or 2 evenings, learning basic German. And additionally, we have a basic course especially for exchange students and also for master students in English, who will start in English, which is about 3 weeks before the normal program, which costs about 250 euro, will be 3 hours a day, about 3 weeks, and you will learn German basic knowledge if you like. Does this ask your question?
Sure.
Answer.
Thank you very much. Very detailed answer, yeah. Once again, I would like to remind the participants that now you can ask your own questions in the chat down below. I see there's the first question coming in. One participant is asking if there are any programs that can replace a thesis, a 2-year for a master degree, with an industry internship or any other way. Do you have to write the thesis in engineering? I think this question goes to Ms. Moore.
Yes. In our master's programs, you have to write a thesis at the end. It will be about half a year, and you can do it at our university, or if you like, you can do it in industry as well. But you always need the partner at the FAU and in industry as a professor in industry and a partner in industry, a professor at FAU and an industry partner for writing the master thesis and assisting you. Does this answer or?
So no matter what, I think so, yeah. I want to sum up. Students have to write the thesis if they want to graduate from the master's program, but they can do it in collaboration with your industrial partners, with your partners in the local industry. Yeah. Maybe one question I would like to ask Ms. Bleisteiner. If students want to apply for your business program, what is your regulations for application? Do they have to have a bachelor's background already if they want to continue doing a master's program in your department? I do ask this question because we have many students who are actually coming from different fields and then are considering to switch over to a master's in business. Is that possible at FAU? There's no sound. You have to open your microphone. Okay. Yeah. So maybe I would like to ask another question, maybe to Ms. Kreutzer. Could you give any recommendation if application probably is quite competitive for FAU? Could you give recommendations how to apply for your university, how to successfully apply for your university? What should applicants really pay attention to when they want to study at FAU? What kind of pitfalls
we
to
get
avoid?
this question very often, and actually there's not so much we can say because application in Germany is very fact-based. So we base everything that you apply for on the papers you hand in. So the main point is to see that your paperwork is in order and that you hand in everything that we want from you. So we want to see that your formal application is okay. So this is one of the baselines, and everything else really depends on who's applying with you. So we do have this thing called the numerus clausus. So if you are applying, we will have a look at your grades. And if your grade is lower than what we expect you to have, it depends a bit on how many people apply with you. So if there are many people applying with you who have very good grades, this usually means that your chances will be a bit lower. But if there are people applying on your grading level, then your chances are bigger. So there's not much we can say, but keep a look at your formal application and that everything is in order with it.
Mm-hmm. This is actually very, very important to mention, because if students forget parts of their application documentation, then automatically you will be deselected. You have no chance to apply successfully. So you really have to be precise. You have to prepare well. Try to be concise in your letter of motivation, in your curriculum vitae. Try to show that you have good language skills, avoid mistakes. I see that Ms. Bleinsteiner is here now. Does your microphone work now?
Can you hear me? Perfect. I'm so sorry.
Yes.
I was disconnected
Perfect.
and then the microphone was away, and so I had to log in again. But now, back to your question. Actually, you do have, if you want to study the Master in International Business Studies, you somehow need a bachelor's degree in some sort of management, whatever, some related study program. But we do have, yeah, actually, if I think about it now, you do have some related bachelor degree to study one of our master's program. For the Master in International Economic Studies, you need a program in economics or in management as well. And for the International Information program, you need bachelor degree in management or some sort of in information systems. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We do have one question from one participant who is asking about scholarships. Maybe first you can elaborate if on university level you have scholarships, and then maybe I would like to say something about DAAD scholarship opportunities.
Okay, thank you for the questions. So yes, there are very few scholarships for international students, but there are some, so you can apply. But there is much more from the DAAD, so maybe I can give this question to Mr. Goldberger.
Mm-hmm. Well, as I said before, we are a scholarship organization. DAAD is a scholarship organization, and not just any scholarship organization. We are not only Germany's largest scholarship organization, actually on a global scale, we are now considered to be the largest scholarship organization. So we have programs for almost any kind of studies, for any kind of exchange. One program which might be very interesting for Taiwanese students who want to proceed a master's degree in Germany at a technical university in the field of engineering or national sciences would be a scholarship program we organized together with a local Taiwanese institution, the Zhong Zhuozhang Foundation. This scholarship has an application deadline in May each year. You have to have above average grades, average grade of above 85 to apply for that program. Every year we have many students from Taiwan applying for it, successfully applying for it, and that would be one of the opportunities for students who want to proceed master studies in Germany. So if you want to go to Germany next year, semester starts in October. You can apply for this scholarship until May. We'll announce the program on our webpage and on our social media. And that would be one of the very attractive programs, especially in the field of engineering and natural sciences. And of course, we have many different programs. We have like more than 70 different programs in the exchange of Taiwan and Germany. So I'm not able to explain all of these programs, but on different levels, we have different programs, predominantly, of course, for PhD and postdoc programs. One student is asking in German, but I'm going to translate the question into English, as most of our participants probably are not capable of speaking German. The question is if there is a tuition fees for international students at your university in Bavaria. Maybe Ms.
So
Kreutzer
there's
can
no
answer that
tuition
question.
fee for international students at FAU. If there are tuition fees, always depends on the federal state of Germany. So for Bavaria, we do not have tuition fees for international students.
No tuition fees in Bavaria. Maybe also elaborate a little bit. In Germany, we have 16 different states. Every state is deciding the local regulations and rules for attending university itself. And at the moment, there is one state among 16 that is asking for tuition fee from international students. Bavaria is not among them. So FAU is located in Bavaria. At state universities, you do not have to pay tuition fees. So that's a big plus, certainly, if you decide to study in Bavaria. Another student is asking about switching into economics from a more social society background. Is this possible to do a management master's program if the background is in social society? This question obviously goes to Ms. Bleinsteiner.
Yes, I think so too. As Franziska already mentioned, it always depends on who applies with you and how the grades of the people who apply with you are. And I think we do have some people who have... I'm sorry, I do have my baby with me and he just woke up. So I have to move a little bit and then we will fall to sleep again. Sorry. So there's our special... these are very specific questions, and I can give you the contact of the program coordinator, and you can ask the question to the people there, and they can give you a very detailed answer, because I can only give you an overview, and I will just type it into the chat room. And but I think especially, yeah, there are, of course, possibilities to get into the programs, and I will give you the contact details. Just 1 second.
Okay. Yeah, this is a very good recommendation and a very important general recommendation. If you're not sure if you can apply for a certain program, always before application, contact the responsible personnel at the German university, and they can have a scan through your background and they tell you before you have to apply if it makes sense to apply, or if it is out of the question that you could actually proceed master studies there. Yeah. Another student is asking if IB is a requirement for clean energy processes. IB, I'm not sure what he means by the term IB.
IB is International Baccalaureate. IB is a kind of Abitur. The international.
Okay, I understand, yeah. So if the question should be that you have graduated in an international school with an IB degree, maybe Ms. Kreutzer can answer that question.
No, it depends on what kind of high school diploma you have, or if you have studied something before. But I'm going to copy the link to the website of International Clean Energy Processes, into the chat for you. So they have a list of the requirements on their website, so you can just check there. And I think this...
Maybe I'm sorry. Maybe I can answer the question. If the student means the international baccalaureate degree. That would be accepted by German universities under certain conditions. You have to choose a certain choice of different subjects in your course program in high school, and then you can study and directly apply to study in Germany. If I understand, that is what you mean by the term IB. IB is recognized in Germany. There's one question on dormitories. Does your school provide dormitories for international students? How does it work for applying for dormitories? Probably again, Ms. Kreutzer.
In Germany, it's mostly the point that universities, they do not own dormitories, so we cannot reserve any spots because dormitories are led by student associations. It's called Studentenwerk. We do have an accommodation service for international students. So if you study in one of the English master programs, you can just apply at the accommodation service and they will help you find a spot in a dormitory. But there's nothing like, we can tell you that we have, I don't know, 150 spots and you can apply for one of those. But you have to apply just directly at the Studentenwerk like a German student. And then you will receive support by our accommodation service. So you won't be left alone in the search for accommodation.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's good to hear. FAU is supporting you for looking for a student dormitory, but just like most German universities, FAU does not have its own dormitories. They are independent organizations within the city or the cities where FAU is also providing coursework. And you have to separately apply, but you can be assisted by FAU for applying for dormitory. Okay. Yeah, in general, for sure, I would recommend to you to, especially when you start out studying in Germany, to apply for a student dormitory. Especially in the beginning, it is much easier on you. If you decide to live in your own apartment, you will have to organize telephone, internet connection. You maybe have to buy your own furniture. You don't know who you're living with together. So actually, especially when you just start out living in Germany, dormitories are really a good and practical option for you, as you don't need to take care of all these little detailed work. It's a very good first step to go to Germany. Later on, you can move out and live in private. As there seems to be no further questions,
I think we skipped.
I would like to.
I think we skipped the questions. The question was, "Hi, are there any departments that concentrate on international relations or diplomacy?" So I did a little research while the other questions were answered, and no, so there is no department specified on this. But in the Department for Political Sciences, there is kind of a branch that is dedicated to international relations, but nothing on diplomacy specifically.
Mm-hmm. So the degree program is not international diplomacy, but within the political science department, you will also have certain coursework related to international relations, if I understand right. Yeah. Okay. I would like to thank you very much for having this online seminar, this talk together with us here in Taiwan. I'm looking forward to maybe host similar events again with FAU, and I'm certainly wishing that more Taiwanese students are going to study at your university to enjoy the great environment and the academic opportunities at your university. Thank you so much for sparing your time and give us this overlook on your degree programs. Okay.